part of SIM means being a part of the solution. Thanks so much, everyone, for listening. And now we're going to hear the challenges from an advertiser point of view from Charles McLeish, the Senior Director of Marketing, Planning, and Services at LEGO.
Hi, I'm Chuck McLeish, and as you just heard, I'm the person in charge of our marketing and planning and services at LEGO Systems, located in Enfield, Connecticut. We are the regional headquarters for the Americas and Pacific markets. Amongst other things, I'm in charge of leading our company's efforts in furthering our understanding of how to measure our marketing effectiveness. Okay, so I'm going to give you a little background on the company, a little bit of our history, some fun facts, and also talk a little bit about why we joined SIM, and then kind of share with you a little bit of the type of marketing, the content that we provide our audience, and how it's working for us so far. And then I'll end with a challenge that we at LEGO feel is at the top of our minds. So, sorry about that. We got LEGO was founded in 1932 during the Depression by Ola Christensen. We've been a family-owned, privately held business ever since. The word LEGO means it's actually a contraction of two words. Legat in Danish, it means play well. We're headquartered in Denmark. Our products are sold in over 130 countries. We are the #1 construction toy brand, as you might imagine. We're also the #3 toy company in the world. Our mission is to inspire and develop the builders of tomorrow. They're our worst missions to wake up to every morning. Our core values: creativity, imagination, learning, fun, and, of course, quality. We're all about the joy of building and the pride of creation. Categories we operate in: preschool construction with our Duplo brand. Our LEGO System brand for 4-plus-year-old kids is our largest business. We're also in the children's game category. Last year, we introduced a very successful girls product line called Friends. And we're also a major player in video games. Couple fun facts about LEGO. Over 400 million children play with LEGO products. There are 75 bricks for each person in the world. 6 2x4 LEGO bricks can be combined in over 915 million ways. If you don't believe me, go home and try it tonight. There is, all over the world, at any given time, we're selling 7 sets in every single second. We're also, as I mentioned before, a player in the video game market. We've sold over 75 million video game titles. We don't consider Michelin and Goodyear to be direct competitors. Lucky for them, because we make more tires than they do. But to be fair to them, we serve a bigger market. So, little story about why we joined SIM. We sent a few representatives to the first annual conference last year. And they came back and were pretty excited about this SIM organization and started to explain why we should consider joining it. I said, well, why? And then, of course, they explained what SIM stood for: Coalition, Innovative Media Measurement, right? And I'm like, stop right there. You had me at coalition. I love the Special Forces feel of that. And then innovation, that's a big priority for us at LEGO. We usually award 3 points for innovation and 1 point if it works. But if you can combine innovation with measurement, that makes what we do cool. We're in. So we joined SIM last year. We're really happy that we've joined. It makes all the sense in the world for us to participate in and support this group's effort to drive improvements and progress in media measurement. So I'm going to set up a little video here for you. I'm going to do it by categorizing it so you kind of get a feel for the flow in terms of paid, owned, and earned. And then I'll play the video, which hopefully you'll find entertaining. So first, paid, we've got, of course, TV, print, online campaigns, VOD. We've actually inserted kind of a middle one here we call partnerships. We have a major partnership with Merlin. They run our Legoland Parks and Legoland Discovery Centers. We also have some great partnership programs with the major kids networks, Cartoon, Nick, and Disney. Owned, it turns out we have a lot of owned assets. As I was preparing for this presentation here, we've got TV series. We've had 2 TV series, a very successful Ninjago series last year, and we'll be having another one called Shima this year. We have the Lego Club magazine, our own brand retail outlets. We've got a YouTube channel, as I mentioned before, video games, and we actually put on a number of engaging kid-directed and family-directed events throughout the year. And then lastly, earned. Earned, our PR department has been doing a wonderful job, an amazing job for years, but we're also trying to dabble in, learn how to understand and leverage the social space as well. Of course, searching, and then we've got one of the most dedicated, enthusiastic group of fans. They've provided an awful lot of excitement all by themselves. They've provided a lot of user-generated content in the form of magazines, publications, YouTube videos, and actually have put on national and even worldwide events all by themselves. So that pretty much sets up the video, and we'll let that play at this time. Great. So that's an example of what we've got going on for us. What's it doing for us? That's a harder question. I can't divulge, financials or detailed sales data. We're a privately held company, as I mentioned, but I can give you a feeling for how we're doing relative to the industry. Since 2004, you can see the industry's had a bit of a tough go. They're down 10%, whereas we're actually up well over 400% since 2004. So that's a good indication. And actually, some other person might say, hey, can't we just call that marketing effectiveness and call it a day? But there's a lot that we don't know. So we're really happy with those results. But in order to understand how to sustain and drive that growth further, we need to do a better job of understanding how people are progressing along our brand engagement journey. We've identified 3 consumer segments or modes, if you will. We've got the kids, who are our main recipient of our products. We've got families who are sometimes where our kids are spending time and they're doing things together. And then we've got sometimes the parents are acting as gift givers, sometimes taking their kids along for a shopping trip, what have you. But through all these different modes, we're trying to implement and deliver brand messages and experience that help deliver unique experiences that progress them through the, the journey to become aware, to be interested, to be engaged with our product, and ultimately, hopefully, if we're lucky, to buy the product. We know it's a dynamic situation. Kids are kind of going between kid mode and family mode, so we've got maybe a little bit of an extra challenge there. There's also a big opportunity in our company to institute a much more robust CRM, and that's something that we're looking at as well to kind of facilitate the journey, at least from the gift giver and family side. So what have we done so far? Well, we've had some success with marketing mix modeling, actually. I mean, we're kind of new to this, but we have registered some pretty solid, important learnings, both in terms of return on investment, return on objective. We've begun to instill a mindset at the Lego company, which is probably half the battle. So we're feeling pretty good about that. People get it, and they understand why it's important. We're continuously exploring new ways to measure, which is one of the reasons why we're here. And there's so much more to do still, right? So that brings us to the challenge. So Jane asked me to develop the business challenge or the advertiser challenge, and wasn't exactly sure, should that be the sim challenge? And I ended up saying, you know what, this is going to be Lego's challenge, and hopefully it'll resonate with you and be something we can all relate to. But ultimately we said, how can we develop and build and leverage new measurements to help us evolve our capabilities to better understand and value and ultimately even simulate and project the unique and complementary effect of our marketing activities against our various target groups, so that ultimately we can better guide our marketing planning and investments. So it's no more complicated or simple than that, and that's kind of why we're here, and that's sort of our charter for the next few years to come, I'm sure. I'll leave you with one more challenge, because I think this is something that's going to take a group effort, and so we'd say, hey, why don't we do this together, okay? So thank you for your time.